everybody, Aaron here. Welcome to day 9 of the 12 days of anime. Today, Syllaby's rocking my hat. Because, I'm like I said before, I didn't want to wear the hat, but I needed it somewhere on me, so I decided to put a Syllaby. This was given to me, by the way, by Simply Rose. I had entered one of her contests. I actually had won, surprisingly. So, I got Syllaby as a prize, and I'm okay with that. Syllaby's really cute and adorable, right? Isn't that right, Syllaby? Oh. Anyways, so today we were looking at something that will... the reason I chose this, by the way, having Syllaby as a plushie and being nice, is because we're looking at dark anime today. We're better known in the world as Seinen anime. Now, this show should be very well known in the anime community for being pretty dark, surprisingly. I'm going to try my best to pronounce the name of it, but I will give you the shorter one and people will know immediately what I'm talking about. Shizumatsu nani shitemasu ka, isugashi desu ka, sukete morete I desu ka. Or, better known in the anime world as Suka Suka. You know, where are you? I think it's, where are you? Do you, at the end of the world, are you busy? Will you save us? Probably a little bit slightly different because I've seen and heard many translations of this being slightly off. It's probably one of the longer running anime names like ever made, to be honest with you. There are longer, I've seen longer ones, but this is definitely one of them. But the story followed William as this young man who actually had been the last human on Earth left. Many years he's been frozen away and then is like unfrozen essentially, and learns of the world being kind of overrun by these kind of giant creatures that only certain types of people can defeat, which are named fairies and leprechauns, and they use special weapons that only they can handle without actually perishing. But there is a cost to it, and it's at their life force, etc. You learn this as the series progresses. Now, this was done by, I think, Satellite Studios, who, they've done a few other shows, but I mean, I've never really seen too many of the shows off the top of my head that have been, like, as beautiful as Suka Suka, because, I mean, honestly, that was one of the selling points of the show, was how gorgeous every character looked and how everything looked in it. Now, episode 1, if you guys see my review, which I'll have the link to the first episode review in the description box below, I wasn't a big fan of. I actually didn't think it was that great. I thought it was kind of generic. I thought it was like, overall average. And then every single episode after, so episodes 2 to 12, completely took me away by surprise. Like, almost all of them were really good, or if not amazing. And seeing the relationship between William and, I think her name was, let me actually look it up because I can never pronounce her name correctly, and I'm going to try my best to it. It's Clothy. Yeah, I was like, that name always messes me up, so I had to look it up just in case I was wrong about it. But the thing is that Clothy and William's relationship throughout Suka Suka gets more advanced and they start falling in love with each other, but there's always this catch to it. And I won't explain that because that'd be a spoiler for the show, but, it's definitely something very interesting. And by the last episode, a lot of you will be mixed. I know some people will absolutely love this show. I know some people will be like, what the hell was that? I'm not going to go into it because there's a lot of very odd things with the last episode, but it was still stellar. This whole show was very dark. It definitely was. It had some, basically it had little kids dying to save the world. It had other people being sacrificed, losing their memories, etc. There's a whole bunch of different elements to it. Like I said, I really can't go into super amounts of details because I'd be spoiling everything for you. But it was one of those shows that you were always blown away when you learned something new from it. And it wasn't done in a way that you wouldn't be like, oh, that just sounds like too much of a melodrama. It had its melodrama, don't get me wrong. It did definitely have it, but it wasn't done in a way that I didn't like it, because melodrama can be done in a very entertaining way. And I think Suka Suka hit those notes with that, because it had the melodrama being put in there as not a crux or crutch for it, but more so to be like, hey, this is a staple to show us that to have this a little bit of drama here that we have to throw in because we want the audience to feel something for that scene. And they really did a good job with it. Anyways, what did you guys think about Suka Suka if you did see it? Or if you haven't seen it, tell me why you haven't seen it yet. I'm very curious. I will talk to you guys later. I will see you in day 10, which will be the last 3 of them. Day 10, 11, 12. So I'll talk to you guys then. Have a good one, everyone. God bless you all. Bye-bye.